comes on either side. So we'll pass them around and we'll start right here in the front row.
Dan Tortora, Broadcast Media. Jim, when you look at Rakeem Christmas and Trevor Cooney and what they've done in their time at Syracuse, obviously being here today, what can you say about their demeanor and their poise as leaders going into the season?
You know, both guys have had tremendous starts to their careers. They really have. I mean, Trevor is in his fourth year. He's only in junior eligibility-wise, but he's been with us 4 years. And of course, Rocky's been with us 4 years. They brought a lot to the program, but I believe that they've got a lot more in them. I just think they'll have tremendous years this year. They've been great in practice. That leadership has been great, along with Mike Medichin, another 4-year player. We've got 3 guys that have been in college basketball for 4 years, and that's probably better than a lot of teams in terms of experience. And obviously, we need our young guys to play well. But that's pretty much true of every program in the country.
Coach on the floor again.
Dick Cox of college football basically. Coach, you've got a year under your belt now in the ACC. What was the biggest thing you learned playing in this conference?
I just thought it was a great experience. I really thought, you know, you come from a great conference and you're in a great conference. So a lot of times, you know, you'll see a different level, something like that. Wasn't like that at all. It was a great conference. We had great games in the conference, from top to bottom. You know, there really were no easy games in the league last year. I mean, we had a great start, but we were really winning games by the thinnest of margins against everybody. Not the good team, not just the good team, but everybody. It was a constant battle. And I think we expected that going in. It wasn't anything that was unexpected, but it was just a great year in terms of competition for this league. And pretty much what we would expect coming in.
Coach, second row left side.
That's Trevor. You lost a lot of key players from last year. What will be this team's identity? And then if you had to name one of them that would be an X factor, who would be the X factor, who would that be?
Well, that's a great question. You made a great point. We've lost more than we've ever lost in terms of our offensive production. I didn't know that until I read that someplace the other day. But, you know, obviously, our 2 freshmen have to step up. Last year, we had a freshman point guard. At this time of year, we were asking him to step up. And it's the same thing this year. We have a freshman point guard that need to step up. Certainly, as I mentioned, our veteran players are going to have to be there. But it's not any one guy. It's really the group of young players that we have. And we really all have to step up.
Coach, third row right side.
Caleb Joseph will be your starting point guard at this point. Is that pretty much the case?
I didn't catch that.
I'm sorry, Caleb Joseph will be the starting point guard.
Yeah, Caleb, I think we haven't said that yet, but I think that's pretty good. It's the only point guard we have, it's not a start.
With the way Tyler developed last year, he came with great clutch plays in the ACC. And I know it's very early, and maybe you don't have the answer to this yet, but does Caleb have any similarities to that?
Well, if you watch practice this year, and you watch what Caleb's done, and you watch practice last year, and you watch Tyler, you would think these guys are both good players. You know, they both, they're both good. We wouldn't necessarily think, well, you know, there's a big difference. You know, they play a little differently, but they both have a big impact on practice. They make good plays, good decisions. I think the difference, and this is something you never know, you know, when the games started, Tyler Ray Rose, you know, took his game up to another level. He played even better. Usually, it's unusual for a freshman to actually play a lot better in games and big games than he would in practice. But that's what he was able to do, and I think Caleb certainly has the tools and the ability to do that. It's just, you know, let's see how we'll see how the games come. I mean, Tyler is, you know, he led the league great conference in assists and steals, turnover, assist to turnover ratio. He just had an unbelievable freshman year. I think Caleb Joseph is certainly capable of doing things like that, and we would certainly like to see that.
Left side recommend. Jim, with the hearing coming up tomorrow, is there a hope that it's finally all going to be over? Is there nervousness or concern?
Like you well know, I'm not going to talk about that.
Move the microphone to the front row here.
When we can start, Coach Krzyzewski was talking about his relationship with youth for USA basketball a while ago, and I was just kind of wondering, I know on the court you guys are trying to beat each other's brains out, but between you and Mike and Roy, and now with Rick coming in, the guys who've been around a while, do you have any kind of bond off the court that kind of precludes the whole competition on it?
Everything off the court. I've been playing golf with Roy Williams for over 30 years. We started playing golf together at least 30 plus years ago, and I hired Rick Pitino 38 years ago. Great guy, and I've been good friends with Mike for 30-some years. When we play, I'm trying to do, I don't think about Mike. I really don't. I'm worried about the guys that got on the court and how they're going. It's not head-to-head in the sense that everybody else thinks it is. It really isn't. It's not ever about that. I'm trying to coach against these players. Mike is making no shots. He's making no passes. We're trying to beat Duke every way we can, and he's trying to beat Syracuse every way he can. That's what we are. That's what we're about. There's no coaches in this business that aren't competitive. There might be some of us that take it to another level because I never let my daughter beat me in Candyland. I never would. She knows that.
So Coach Williams on the golf course, you said, whatever was on the golf course.
We don't even disclose our golf course. One time we actually did play. Now, we're not good enough to even forget about it.
Jim, when you look at the committee of B.J. Johnson, Tyler Roberson, and then also Chris McCullough coming in new, what can you say about how they've looked in practice and how they're gelling together? Because obviously together they'll have to make up for it.
Good practice. I think sometimes we get fooled a little bit. We forget that they're playing against each other. So, they're doing what they can do. They're working hard. I'm happy with what they've done. But, we really don't know about the players individually, or we don't know about them as a team until they come together, until they get competition. I'm excited Sunday we're playing a team that should have beat us last year. They had a pretty good team last year, and they should have beat us. They were 10 points up with 3 minutes to go in the game, and they're better this year. So we're playing an exhibition game. This team is better than us, I think. So hopefully that'll be a good kind of a benchmark for what we need to do. And it's always good for the players to see that, because players think they're good. So sometimes that's why losses really help you more than wins. When players win games, they think they're good. Even if they didn't play well, even if it was a bad team. But when they lose, they look in the mirror and they start to realize they've got to do something to get better. But I'm happy with what our freshman sophomores have done. They've worked hard. They put the work in. They really have given every effort. There's been nothing that I would ask them to do that they haven't done.
Left side of the room.
Carlos Smith, Coxville Broadcast. As a coach, do you feel it's hard to build a program with players one and done and then moving on to the pros?
That's just the landscape now in college basketball, guys in our league. That's, you have to try to prepare for that. And we've been pretty successful to doing that. When Carmelo left, we had Keeney and Jerry, we had replacements. When Wes Johnson left, we had replacements. This year, Tyler's there. We do have a point guard that we think is good. Obviously those, like for those guys to stay a little bit longer, but it's the nature of college basketball. You have to be prepared for it. I remember one year we brought in a couple of freshmen because we thought we really needed them, and the 2 guys stayed we thought would leave. So we had an extra guy or two there. It's hard to balance
To keep us on schedule, this is our next question.
Yeah, Jim, over the years, you've wanted the team to be more aggressive, more assertive. Do you feel like this is going to be the year that he finally does that for you? And how much more important will it be this year for you, given that you've got a lot of young guys, and will you rely on him a little bit more?
Was that Rakeem?
Yeah.
Well, Rakeem, has been in a position where, even last year, C.J. Fair was our first option on offense, and Trevor was always the guy that we wanted to get going. And then Tyler started more offensive minded as the year went along, and Jeremy was so Rakeem was really down the list in terms of options. So I don't think we've really been able to get a good indication of just how good he is offensively, because we have not really gotten him the ball as we got those other guys the ball. And that's not unusual for a big guy. Renzo didn't get the ball much until his last year. He had a very good year. I think Rapp will have a great year this year offensively. I think he'll get the ball. I think he's better. We're ready for that role. And I think he will be aggressive. I think last year, at the end of the year, when Biden didn't play, he learned how to play 30 minutes, 35 minutes a game. So I think he understands what he has to do to be in the game for 30 or 35 minutes. And I think he's better offensively, and I think he will get the ball in more situations this year. He had more shots in the scrimmage the other day than he's had since he's been here in the scrimmage. So I think he's